And I'm not being funny, you're a bloke. So if I asked you to do 3 things at once...
It ain't going to happen.
It ain't going to happen.
No.
So I got you to concentrate, and knowing you as well, it weren't going to happen either.
Oh, it was definitely not going to happen with these shit things, was it? Do you know?
Exactly. So a few of them, I won't say they freaked out, but let's just say we were going, open now, because they're literally going up, going, I didn't expect that. And then as they're starting to fall, they're going, oh shit, better open my parachute.
You love shit that's powered by wind, don't you?
I never thought of that.
Gliders, wind surfing, farting.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You people that have not got these problems, you then find that they're hiding all this anxiety. They're and I can see it in their eyes. You know, and you're thinking, just tell me what you're thinking.
Yeah, just say it.
Just say it.
Yeah.
Which is why I love your comedy, because you just say it as it is.
Oh yeah. I did a set about 2 years ago for Next Up Comedy.
Oh, you're in control. Carry on. I do joke and say, if I don't scream, don't worry.
Yeah.
And then I might say, well, I'm sitting in the back. So why are we landing on the road? And I'll go, oh shit, what do I do? I don't know. You're flying it, not me.
Yeah, he took my sticks off me. I have never felt so unstable. Hey up guys, welcome to another episode of the Unstable Podcast with me, Ricky Balshaw, and I've already forgot your second name. It's Rob
Barsby.
I was going to say Banbury.
You can say Banbury, yeah.
Barsby. Rob Barsby. We probably should edit that and do it again. But you know what we like at the Unstable Podcast. We're raw. We like it raw. So how you doing, Rob? You all right, mate?
Good, yeah. Brilliant, thank you.
It's lovely to have you here. Look into either that camera or that camera and tell them what you do.
So I'm Rob Barsby, as you said.
Barsby?
Or Banbury.
What happened then at the end of that, mate? Barsby?
Yeah, exactly. And
finally, the balls have dropped.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And I'm a display pilot that flies around the world with a team called AeroSparks, which it might give it away. And we do cool things that are very unique, world first, all around the world. And you came flying with me.
I did. So we met Doug Carter, who has been on the earlier, we're calling it season 1 of this podcast. He runs a night at your, is it, what do you call it?
The gliding centre.
The glider centre. I was going to say airbase, but the glider centre. Yeah. He runs a gig there. I can't remember if I was open.
Yeah, you were part of the gig. So
I was one
as
of
you
the
said,
acts.
I know Doug personally, and I got him to the gliding centre to do some comedy, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Woke a few people up, but that's another conversation.
Yeah.
And you came and woke even more people up.
Yeah, with my unique style, let's call it. There, I don't think all of them were quite ready for it.
No, it was a good age demographic.
It was good. It was Doug had told me about the room, and so I thought, I'm just going to go in hard and see if they like it. But we met, got on, and then you very kindly let me and Hannah, my girlfriend, come up and have a glide, which was fantastic. If you look on, have you seen? Oh, you edited it. Yeah, Mikey edited it. He did all the clips. I was just about to say, did you see it? But it's all right. We've had a couple of weeks off recording, guys. Give me a break. So
wait,
got some
for the visual viewers, insert clip here.
Gliding. We're getting some speed on. Stay there. Yeah. Now start to pull back down. Pull back. Now right into the cover. All the way back into the cover. Now you enjoy the end of it. And screaming like a girl.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I was shitting myself, absolutely cacking it. But I was putting a brave face on because I wanted to scare Hannah, and she really did scream.
You really failed at that.
Sorry?
You really failed at that.
What, not looking scared?
Yeah, you looked petrified.
I was. I tried so hard and fucking failed. The thing is, he took me up there.
I could see it in his eyes, mate, don't worry.
Yeah, I was giving it the big Billy Beans. Then he put the parachute on me that nearly made me go backwards. And then, I'm not even making this up, I was like, right, how do I do this if I come out? He went, if we're going down, you won't have time anyway, don't worry about it. I was like, for fuck's sake. Thanks, Rob.
I'll just wave as I go, mate, don't worry.
Yeah, fucking off. Yeah. But it was great. So we went up, and because we got towed up by the plane. There's 2 ways of being lifted off. Correct. So you get the tow rope, or is like a
it's
sling.
AeroTow. It's called actually, but it's I'll be honest with you, it's like a washing line.
Yeah, it's like a slingshot thing, isn't it?
Well, you've got 2. You've got, if it's behind an aeroplane, it's like a washing line.
Yeah,
tows you up, releases you, whatever height you like.
That's what I did.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
If you do the other one, which is the winch launch, it's 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds.
So you don't quite get as high with that, do you?
Correct.
But fuck me. that is fast.
Yes.
Like I was watching it, and it is. I'm so glad that I did the airplane and not the fucking tow rope. Whiplashing the shit out of it. I can't afford another injury.
No,
I can't afford another back injury.
That would be content, though, wouldn't it?
It would have been
Ricky
content.
Balshaw goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. He's never been this fast in his life.
All of a sudden, he's able-bodied.
Yeah, mate. The 0 to 60 became more relevant with feeling sick, mate. So
yeah. Although I was quite pleased with myself that I wasn't feeling sick.
You didn't.
I did quite well. So we went up. You were obviously in control of the thing. We went up on the with the plane taking us off, and he went straight into about 6 loops.
Well,
no warm up, no nothing. He was like, right, we're going to do a loop, and he's like, point it down. I was like, all right, I'm putting it down. He went, no further. I'm like, I fucking don't want to go further than this. And he's like, no further. And in my head, we're vertical. We probably fucking wasn't, but it felt quite. And then he went, pull it back. So I did. And honestly, those gliders, you don't realise the G's.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I knew I was going to experience a bit, but I didn't realise because.
Yeah, your bollocks dropped, mate.
Yeah, they did, yeah. Like, you compare it to just like yours did.
Yeah, exactly.
You compare it to, like, what you see with, like, I don't know, take it to the extreme, the red arrows and stuff, or the fighter jets. And, like, that's known as, like, the pinnacle or the F1 of Gs. But even 3-4 Gs is a lot.
To the average person,
Like,
yes.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It took me by surprise. It felt like my face was being ripped off here, and I looked at the video and it was hardly anything. But it's like it felt like it was being ripped down. But yeah, no, it was a great experience, mate.
Yeah, but
great
just remember, and you just brought that back, and obviously if there's a video that the viewers can see,
yeah, we've got it
it's
all.
fantastic.
Yeah.
What you've got to understand is you did the first 2 loops. So people think when I let you say have a go, I should be the one screaming because I'm letting you have a go who's never flown an airplane in your life, going upside down.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that you can't see me in the back.
He's like this.
Yeah. But you did really well. You did a loop.
Yeah.
You're quite right. You feel G. You feel lots of things. As you saw, you see it go green, blue, green.
Yeah. It just, the sky's just fucking flowing. 1 minute I'm looking at grass. The next minute I'm looking at a cloud. It was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
But that's the whole thing about it. It's anybody can do it.
Yeah.
But what's cool is we're nowhere near breaking the aeroplane. No. I wouldn't let you get anywhere near it.
Yeah.
But as you said, it's really cool because people don't think you can do that in aeroplanes.
Yeah.
Now,
well, in the gliders,
exactly.
Like,
no engine.
You think, like, my perception beforehand is that gliders were just a bit of fun. Yeah. And I'm not being disrespectful here, but my perception was, gliding, it's for like the rich folk, the rich old boys that are retired and they got a bit of cash and they get towed up, they have a leisurely little fly around, they go down, they have a cup of coffee and the thing, and then go and tell everyone they're a pilot. That's what I assume, but it's not. It's
correct.
There's a lot more to it, and it's flight.
It's very pure.
Yeah.
One of the things you might remember is the visibility was fantastic.
Oh yeah, it was
because
great.
you had a canopy all over you.
Yeah.
So it's not just a little window you're looking out of.
No.
You've not got an engine, which freaks most people out anyway.
That didn't freak me out, if
Didn't
I'm
it?
honest. No.
Oh, brilliant.
No, but I do understand the science of the wings and stuff, so that's probably why.
But what people don't get is, even though you've not got an engine, you can go up.
Yeah.
So if you've got the right air currents, you can actually climb.
Yeah.
And give you an idea, I think they broke the record this year, 3,000 miles.
Wow.
3,000.
3,000 miles.
I was thinking up then.
No, that's feet. So 3,000 miles in
Yeah.
distance. So give you an idea.
Where did they fly to and from?
It was in Chile, I believe.
Right.
But if you imagine from here to, say, Spain or whatever is about 1,000 miles,
that's
imagine that 3
incredible.
times without an engine, without any petrol.
Wow. So what did they do? Just keep finding like uplifts?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called, uplifts?
Yeah. So you find thermals, and you might have seen birds that turn in thermals on a hot day. Or you can think of a mountain with air going up the side.
Yeah.
The air's going up, and if you put yourself in the uprising bit of air, you can stay up as long as you like.
So what I meant to ask you on the day, so we're gliding, let's say you got none of them uplifts. Can you keep sort of like roller coaster in it to get height and stuff, or will you eventually keep going down?
You'll eventually keep going. If there's no lift at all,
Yeah.
the glider, it's like a paper aeroplane.
Yeah.
It will eventually end up on the ground.
Right.
So what we were doing was
Yeah.
we were playing with energy,
Yeah.
and I was converting kinetic energy into speed
Yeah.
to then create
So then,
enough energy to do loops and things.
Yeah.
But all the time I was just dumping some height.
right.
But that's the beauty of a sport like that. You can decide what you want to do or you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So we could have floated around all day.
Oh, it was great.
And you would have had longer in the air.
Really
but do you know what?
enjoyed it.
I don't get a smile on my face.
No, I'm so glad that you threw it around like you did, doing wing overs and stuff like that. It, once I got past the oh fuck phase, it was great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. I enjoyed that bit.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. How did and I'm not looking for you to blow smoke up my arse now, but how did I compare coping with the G's and the stuff and all that to anyone else? Was I about average, below?
Well, did I scream?
No.
Did I say anything that sounded like I was alarmed?
No.
So you did all right then, didn't you?
Smashed it, you would. Yeah, maybe a pilot.
Yes, you're a pilot.
Yeah, I am.
You flew the aeroplane, so you're a pilot already.
Yeah,
I just need to see the goggles and the scarf.
Yeah, I'll get them. If that's all it takes. I will fucking.
Well, you're coming back to have another go, aren't you?
I'd love to. Absolutely love to. Yeah, but the thing is, I feel guilty about asking to come back because I know how expensive it is. And I don't want to take the piss, but hey, if the offer's there, I'll jump at it. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, again, this is a misnomer. Look, it's like anything in life. You can spend as much as you like, or as little as you like. Mm-hmm. So gliding is really good for kids. That's why we do it, because it's not as expensive as you think. So I can tell you now, your flight that you did probably cost you less than a video game that you would have bought just to play for 20 minutes on a computer.
But a lesson with you is that's where the cost is.
That's all where it can be. Don't get me wrong. It's like driving a car. Mm-hmm. If you want to learn to drive a car, do you learn to drive in a Ferrari or do you learn to drive in a normal car?
Mitsubishi Space Wagon for me.
Well, exactly.
So
if you run a Ferrari, don't be surprised if it's £300 an hour to learn to drive.
Fair.
Now, it doesn't mean you can't. What's the word? Aim to go in a Ferrari one day.
Yeah, of course.
But why waste your money learning to drive in the most expensive car ever?
That's too much for you to handle anyway.
So the beauty of gliding is you've got some really cool aeroplanes that do some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But the costs are actually pretty sensible.
Yeah.
And that's one of the misnomers that I get all the time, like yourself. It's scary. It's expensive. It's disabled people can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Anybody can do it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get onto that with the disability stuff that you do.
What about colorblind people?
Colourblind people.
Anybody? Yeah, they can. Anybody can do it. If you can drive a car and you've got a medical license, you can drive a car and you've not been stopped medically.
Yeah.
You can fly a glider.
Oh,
cool.
Wicked.
There you are.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we'll get you on, Mike.
Now, if you want to be a Red Arrow pilot, then might be a bit different.
You're probably too tall to be a Red Arrow pilot, aren't you?
That was actually my dream,
Be a Red Arrow pilot?
Not to be a Red Arrow. I wanted to be in the RAF.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I told you that before.
No.
Yeah, I definitely told you on the podcast episode.
We'll have to. I don't remember.
Well, you need to come and have a go then,
this
because
guy.
Yeah,
that's another misnomer that's out there, that the only way you can get into aviation properly is through the military. There isn't. There's 103 ways you can get into aviation.
Yeah, my mum's ex-partner was in. Do you know what would really help us grow is if you could subscribe to the channel and like the videos. It'll cost you nothing, and it really helps the podcast to grow. The Army Air Corps.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
And he was in the Blue Eagles, which you probably know of. The Blue Eagles are like the helicopter equivalent of the Red Arrows.
Correct.
So when I came back from the Beijing Games, where I had all my surgery and stuff at Oswestry, they obviously got wind of what the medal and stuff, and they asked me to go to an open day there. So I'm living with my mum and her partner at the time, and we're having breakfast one morning, and we're just talking. I said, I've got to go to Oswestry in a few days. And he was like, I've got to go. Anyway, it turns out that the hospital had asked the Army to take a helicopter there for just to have a helicopter, and I was going as a guest. So he got in touch with the MOD, got permission for me to arrive by helicopter. So I got into the MOD base, went up in a little Squirrel, and when we were in the air, he let me fly. So I flew from Shawbury to Oswestry. Obviously he did the takeoff and the landing, but on the way there, obviously he was a former display pilot, and he threw it around. Brilliant. He radioed in fact, I hope I don't get him in trouble saying this, but he radioed back to the guys and says, look, you're going to see some stuff now on the radar, don't worry about it. Brilliant. And they were like, yeah, cool, and he threw it around. It was great, really good fun. Yeah, it was really good, but it was, you had the extra, like the three-dimensional. I didn't do the leg thing. No. I didn't do the side to side with the legs. For obvious safety reasons. But I did the joystick type thing, if that's what you call it.
Yeah, but the glider you flew in had controls to do it with your hands. You could have flown it, but it's a bit like rubbing your head and patting your tummy.
Oh,
and I'm not being funny, you're a bloke.
No.
So if I asked you to do 3 things at once,
it ain't going to happen.
It ain't going to happen.
No.
So I got you to concentrate, and knowing you as well, it weren't going to happen either.
Oh, it was definitely not going to happen with these shit things, was it? Do you know?
Exactly. So it was really good to get you to just concentrate on the bit that was the important bit, which was going around in a circle.
That makes sense. What did make me laugh as well that day is because I'm only a small guy, and all of a sudden they went, we think we need some weights. You had to weigh down the front of the thing, didn't you? What was that for? Just to level out the weight distribution?
Yeah. Think of it like a paper aeroplane again.
Yeah.
If you put a little paperclip on the front, it goes better. So an aeroplane, any aeroplane actually, has to weigh a minimum maximum. Mm-hmm. So we have to be within that sort of band. Now, obviously, with you and me being smallish ourselves, we were on the sort of lighter end of flying.
Of what was...
So for the sake of putting a bit of weight in, which was just, like I say, a lump of lead. It just meant we were more in the envelope of safety.
Yeah.
So that's why I did it. But it wasn't for any other reason other than that. No, you could have wore some big boots.
God, I did.
It's so fascinating, though, isn't it? That you got to add weight to something that doesn't have an engine to allow it to fly.
Yeah.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. In theory, like when you think about it like that, it makes no sense, does it? It's like
I know it
does, but it doesn't.
Physics,
exactly.
It
was like a paper airplane. Throw a paper airplane without a paperclip on the front and watch what happens.
Yeah.
And flow it with a paperclip on the front and watch what happens.
Or fold the end over, spit on it a bit, add a bit. Yeah.
So that's what's interesting. And like you said, there's a lot of misnomers out there. So the glider we flew in, I can tell you now, it would do 30 to 1. Right. So for 1 mile up, we could have gone 30 miles.
Okay. Cool.
So we could have quite easily got to Birmingham from where we were.
But so you said about the glider that did 3,000 miles. So the one we were in wouldn't have physically been able to do that? No,
it could have done it technically.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, it's like performance of a car. So the one they used, clearly they're better off using one that's got 52 to 1. So they used a higher sort of spec aeroplane because they had a limited amount of time to do it in.
Yeah.
So
what changes on the plane,
the wing,
to make that? It's the shape or size or what?
Yeah, so wing. So our aeroplane was a training aeroplane, as you know.
Yeah.
So it was all about not a compromise really. It's all about it'll do a bit of aerobatics, it will do a bit of this, it will do a bit of that.
Yeah,
it'll do a bit of everything because as a training aircraft, we want to be able to do a bit of everything. If I was doing a competition or I wanted to do a long cross country, and that's all I ever did, then they can make an aeroplane with longer, thinner wings. So you might have seen the spy plane, the U-2 spy plane. It's got long, thin wings.
I might have seen it.
Yeah, so long, thin wings.
Oh, I have, like the similar looking things to like the drone type shape.
Yeah, so have you noticed they've all got long, thin wings? Yeah. Long, thin wings are very efficient.
Okay.
But what they can't do is go mega fast.
Right, okay.
So like a jet where it's got the wings sort of back.
In.
So it's a bit like a car again. Do you want a sports car? Do you want a 4x4? Yeah. Do you want it? So the one they used to do the record is the best they could probably get for doing long distances.
Okay.
Only because it meant they could get further in that time. Now, there's nothing stopping the one we went in doing it.
Yeah.
But
it's easier.
But it's easier.
Okay.
Yeah. And we would have run out of time probably. So one of the things with thermals and lift is you wouldn't fly into the night. Right. So they probably took off at sunrise and probably landed at sunset.
Okay. That's cool. Was that who did that Red Bull, I assume?
No. It was 2 private guys, I think, down in Chile. So
Red Bull are fuming now trying to get that record back.
Depends on what Red Bull's doing. But you might have seen Red Bull did not long ago, the Blarney team that I know, they did a climbing where a guy climbed around a glider while it was airborne.
Oh, that's amazing.
So he got out of the cockpit, went along the wing underneath, went underneath the fuselage, went up the other side of the wing, and then went back in. And back in. Well, I think he let go actually because I had a parachute, but he went round the...
Was that not guided? He did that without a guide?
Yeah, he just did it. He just climbed out.
Whoa.
There'll be someone else in the glider.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, there's another pilot.
Yeah.
But you might have seen...
that's what you meant, sorry.
No, guided. So it's like without a rope.
No, without a rope. He did it all on, those
amazing.
handhold things that they have on the walls.
Yeah.
So
I think that'd have been more impressive if there wasn't a second driver in there, pilot, and he'd have had to get back in to land it.
They do that.
That'd have been impressive.
You know, the air shows in America, they do that. So they have one plane where there's a pilot in it, but he jumps out of one plane to get into another plane.
I've seen it.
Swap over. It's mad.
Yeah. Well, you've done
loads
of
that.
Yeah, we've done better than that.
No, can you do that?
So, no. Well, I've done some parachuting, but I'm not that good yet.
Yeah.
But we've done a project where we took a glider and imagine 2 seats, exactly the same as same sort of idea as we had, and imagine the glider going vertically at 100 miles an hour. So
I don't need to imagine, mate.
when we did the loop.
I've done it.
Yeah. Imagine you sitting in the back without a cockpit.
Yeah.
Right? And you exit the aeroplane as we're going up.
Okay.
So you basically disappear out the aeroplane.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know physics, but if you're going 100 miles that way and you come out, you will carry on going up together.
Yeah, for a little bit.
So we've actually, as a team, we're the only guys that have ever done the only parachute jump in the world. You go up first. So trust me, it freaks out a lot of parachutists because if you think about jumping out of an airplane, you jump out of the airplane, the plane disappears, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You imagine jumping out and the airplane's still where that wall is. They go, oh, and then for 10 seconds they're going, can't open the parachute. We go up, gravity takes over. And then you start to fall together.
Yeah.
So if you go online, there's a video called Glider FX Dubai or something like that, and you'll see it online.
Okay.
People jumping out.
Well, we'll try and edit the walk around as well. We can get that video in there, Mikey. That'd be great. Have you got that?
It'll be online, it'll be somewhere else. But it's a really cool video, and obviously what you got to understand, which is hard a little bit in the video, is to work out you're going up first.
Yeah.
So trust me, a few parachutists, and these aren't guys that are amateurs. They know what they're doing,
of course.
And a few of them, I won't say they freaked out, but let's just say we were going open now because they're literally going up, going, I didn't expect that, and then as they're starting to fall, they're going, oh shit, better open my parachute.
Wow. Yeah, like for me, I'm not an expert in any of this, so it's probably easier for me to just accept and imagine that because I've got no experience of what normally happens. But like putting them in their situation where they're used to doing everything a certain way, then to have that change,
correct,
is
well, think about it. You jump out of an airplane and the airplane disappears normally, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. So I bet for their point of view, like for me, if I'd have done 3 parachute jumps and that's my 4th, I'm still learning. But for them guys who've been doing it how many times, I bet it was a real head fuck.
It was. And they all came down going, that was amazing. We even had, I mean, you might have seen it again, we did it where we had guys walking on the wing as well.
Right, okay.
So standing up on the wing. So I've got a lovely story of it. There's a lady called Sarah that we know from Dubai, Skydive Dubai, and she's 2 kids, lovely, quite meek and mild. You'd never guess she's into parachuting. Anyway. Okay. We'd done our testing with the throwing people out. Yeah. Guy and myself and Guy's the other half of AeroSparks. We went, okay, let's see what we can do that's cool. We know Red Bull's done a bit of sitting on a wing and jumping off. And all. So let's see if we can get someone to stand on the wing while we're flying along.
Yeah.
So we got 3 guys involved, two guys, and 1 was Sarah, right? Sarah went, I'll go last. I'm going last, So you can imagine alpha males.
Yeah,
right?
Giving it
all the big billy beans. Yeah. We worked out how safely they could sort of get out of the cockpit. So the airplane you were in, imagine me getting out of the cockpit, watching along with my bottom along the sort of wing.
Yeah.
And then halfway down the wing deciding to stand up.
Stand up, yeah.
Right? So that was the plan. And we worked it all out. I was actually in the airplane towing them. So whenever I towed them...
Oh, you were the one in front.
Yeah, so I was the one towing. Guy was the one flying the glider. And the guys were in the back doing what they were doing. Yeah. So imagine we've took off. We're going up to whatever, 1,000 feet. And I would then, instead of just going back to the gliding club or going back to land, I actually stayed and watched.
Right,
so I would pull back here somewhere and stand and watch. So I was standing there. Number 1 came along, big billy balls, here we go. Got out on the wing, so that was easy. Went along, stood up, and he just went...
Stacked it.
He just went off the wing. So you imagine standing on your car at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So she get on the ground, he opens his parachute, he goes, everything works out fine. Get on the ground, he goes, oh, well, this happened and that happened,
Yeah, making
all
excuses.
All this sort of shit. Yeah, so second one, I can do better than that. No problem, let's have a go. So he got on, stood up, disappeared off the wing. Right, so we're both going, oh, this is interesting. Anyway, Sarah then never said a word, never really got to anything. I'll have a go, no problem. So, and I've got a picture I'll share with you that you can put online.
This in,
And basically, she went along the wing, stood up, and then sort of went to me and Guy, because obviously I'm here, he's there. Yeah. What do you want me to do now? So we're both sitting there going, that's interesting. She's doing well, isn't she?
Yeah,
now, obviously, you think, well, a couple of seconds, she'll, right? Yeah. So after about, and it felt like 20 minutes, but it wasn't. After about 5 minutes, you're going, well, she can't stay there. What we're going to do now?
Fuck off, Sarah.
Fuck off there. So we're thinking, what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
Well, since she was really, because she's obviously really good. Cause I don't know, but skydivers are really good at sort of managing their bodies with the air.
I imagine they're very core strong.
Yeah. And they know how to sort of position their bodies. She was doing really well. So of course I'm here, Guy's there. Now we know each other well enough that even telepathically we're going, shit, we've got to get rid of her.
Yeah.
because we're getting lower and lower. So there's a point where there's not enough height for her to pull a chute.
The parachute won't work yet.
So if you think of an aeroplane, she's on the wing there.
Yeah.
If you think you just go like that, and she's going to go and disappear.
Yeah.
So of course we both went to each other. Yeah, do that. It'll be no problem. Go for it. So of course we're like that. She's on the wing, and guy went right now. Did that, and now what we didn't expect is she followed the wing, and for about. I mean, it obviously felt like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But she was there for a split second on the end of the wing, standing normally with the aeroplane on its side like that. And we're going, that's novel. And then obviously gravity took over.
Eventually.
And she shot off the end of the wing. All right, now, as she shot off the end of the wing, she rotated to a head, went past the GoPro that was on the end of the wingtip.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So obviously we've got a video of her going past that GoPro with a sort of, happy smiling face. But what was really interesting, and we didn't know till we got on the ground, remember I said she's mild, meek, got 2 kids, all that. I've never heard language
Oh, really?
to this day come out of her mouth or anybody's mouth. And I know you probably
Even
hear
in
more.
my set?
Even yours.
Wow.
But, so to this day, I still wind her up about, I know what you said.
Go on, say it.
No, I'm not. She's very mild, meek, got 2 kids.
Yeah,
but it was really cool. So they're the type of things we get up to.
That's great.
But obviously that's on the glider side. And obviously on the other side, we put explosives on airplanes as well.
How much risk to life is involved with the stuff that you do?
Right. So from a...
Can I have a guess at this?
Yeah, go on, have a guess. Go on.
Because I would imagine if you looked at the numbers, it's actually quite safe.
Yeah.
If you look at the death to flight ratio, it's quite safe. But I would imagine that's because you do everything right in the prep.
Yes.
And the flight.
Yeah, I can't, people say to us all the time when we're flying around drone swarms, as you know.
Every flight could be a death of 2 people in a glider without doing it right.
Yeah, but so can be in your car.
Exactly.
So I'm not being funny. You kill yourself every day in a car.
Yeah.
Cars don't kill you.
Yeah.
It's the people in the front driving that kills you. Same with aeroplanes.
Yeah.
We spend more time, so all these projects that you can see online, all the stuff you know about, we spend all our time working out how to make it safe. So our art, actually... It's a bit like a magician or knife throwing or whatever you want to, whatever. It's like you actually with your comedy. Your goal is to do what you do and be professional about it, but actually people think you're doing things that actually look dangerous or look...
Yeah.
I want to go home. I joke about screaming with you.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
Yeah, of course.
I want to see my family. So actually we both work really hard to plan everything, make sure it's right.
Yeah.
But the art is knowing where not to cross the line.
Yeah. And I suppose because you've done the stunt stuff and a bit with the extreme stuff, you probably know better than the average where that line is.
Yeah. So like you and me flying.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny. What we did compared to flying around 6,000 drones on a night with fireworks going off, with lasers in front of the world.
Yeah.
That
was a piece of piss with me. Comparatively.
You didn't make me sweat. Now I'm going to play the game with you and make sure that you thought I did.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but my job actually is to protect you.
I get that. But it's putting it in the student's head as well, isn't it? That it's an experience. Yeah.
I love that.
But that's the art of being an instructor, actually. The art. So we've got some fantastic instructors at the gliding centre all over the world, all over the country, actually. And the art is knowing who you're teaching.
Yeah.
So my job is not to scare you.
No, I get that. Not
to frighten you. Maybe push you over a boundary a little bit.
Yeah.
But actually make sure you're safe, but give you a great experience. And that's, look, I'm not being funny. That's lots of things in life are like that.
I was going to say it's like anything, isn't it? It's giving them enough of something that they want to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Without giving them too much that it scares them off.
Yeah, and what disappoints me is like yourself, and the mainstream generally don't get into that environment. Yeah. So like yourself, you had nothing, you didn't know anything about it.
Yep.
You came along, you've now got a different perception now as you had before.
Oh, massively. My perspective is totally changed. And I guess if I take it and compare it to like my dressage type stuff, the perception of that is that it's a very rich man's sport.
Correct.
And it's not. And I thought that the gliding was that way, and it's not.
No.
It's not anyone. It really is accessible.
Yeah. And like anything, like there are people that have got more money than pay some people, but don't tar don't tar everybody with the same brush.
But I think that's because of the perception.
Correct.
Because people let's say people retire and they get into their 60s or whatever, and they have got a bit of cash or whatever. They think, oh well, that's expensive. I can. But actually, if they'd have known how cheap it is, you can get into it And people who don't think they can afford it, they actually can.
Oh, 14, 16-year-olds I've let fly an aeroplane on their own.
Yeah, it's great.
And I'm not being funny, that's before they can drive a car.
Yeah, there was a young lad there when we were there.
Correct. Now, I have more problems keeping the parents happy than I do the kids.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Because they all start freaking out. But if you start at a very early age... there's guys I know now that start at that age that are now flying commercial airliners, flying private jets, doing some cool stuff.
It's like anything though, innit? The earlier you start it, the better you're going to be. Again, taking it back to any sport, I started riding when I was 4, I was on the team when I was 14. There's 10 years there.
Got the hang of it now, have you?
Yeah, I've just about learned. I can just about sit and steer, do you know what I mean? But it's like anything, if you don't get into it until you're 30, 40, you've got 20, 30 years max until you're struggling. Yeah. But if you started early enough, you've got X amount of years to get even further and advanced.
Well, okay, ask you a question, because I get this question all the time. People always ask me, how did I end up doing all this crazy stuff? Yeah. And I said, because I got up in the morning and said, why can't I do it?
Yeah.
So I would imagine with your comedy, with your equine, it doesn't matter what age you start. I think the big thing I've take away from the guys I meet, like the Red Bull guys, Richard Browning, Jetman, I meet all these guys around the world. There are 10% of the population, and I will put ourselves in this 10%, where why can't you do it?
Yeah, 100%.
And the thing is, I think I see more and more people not wanting to do things because they'll give themselves 23 excuses.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, it's scary, don't get me wrong. Of course, it's, but if you don't put yourself out there to try.
Yeah. I'd rather try and fail than not try. And I'd rather regret something that I have done than something that I haven't done. It's like when I had my tattoos.
Yeah.
My mum says, you're going to look shit when you're older. I said, I'm going to look shit when I'm older anyway. I may as well have a shit tattoo. And I'd like exactly the same. I'd rather regret something that I've done than regret not trying something.
Correct.
And I think if anyone's watching this or your social summit that wants to have a go, I'd honestly recommend doing it, because it really is accessible and it's great fun.
Of course it is.
And you can do with that what you want. If you just want to go fly 3-4 times a year, do that. If you want to practice and become a pro, do that. It's just give it a go, because it really is good fun.
Just have a go. If you never do it again in your life, at least you can go, I've had a go.
I've had it 100%.
What annoys me the most is people will go, like yourself, I'm not having a go at him, but, you
said... do it, he's a prick.
Well, give me enough money, mate, I'll make it more exciting. But, like you said, you wanted to do something when you were a kid. So why have you waited till now?
I did do gliding with my granddad.
Did you?
Yeah, I went up, I was like 13, but I can't remember.
Well, obviously, good sort of memory then.
No, well, there's a lot of history there.
Okay.
Fucked me up. But I wanted to go into the RAF, but then when I applied and found out that I wasn't allowed because I'm colourblind, it just demolished everything for me. I took the wrong. Yeah,
which I get completely.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But that's the bit that I can't get over to people. So what do you think they said to us 10, 12 years ago when we said we want to put explosives on an aeroplane?
You're stupid.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? Have a guess what we're doing. Yeah. What do you think they said 4 years ago when we said we want to fly around a drone swarm? Now, you know what one drone at Heathrow or Gatwick causes? Imagine flying around 3,000-4,000 of them with an aeroplane with explosives on. Have a guess what the answer was. Well, what the sort of, perception of the authorities was.
Can't do that.
Yeah, so go back to your... I'm not saying what you did was wrong. All I'm saying is it's very easy to take a no and go, okay, we won't do it. We don't. We go tick a no and go, okay, so why can't we do that? Yeah. And then they'll give you a reason why, or you'll have a discussion. Yeah. And that's what we've spent 10 years doing, which is working with an authority to go, okay, that we can make it safe.
Yeah.
We can do it this way. We can do it that way. So what I will say, and this is just to your viewers, everybody, there generally isn't any reason why you can't. It's all in here. If you'd gone, I don't care whether they say no or not for the RAF, I'm still going to do it. Yeah. You would have found other routes, and you just have to keep going until you find it. Like Ricky says, saying no is definitely a failure.
Yeah.
Not doing it is definitely a failure. Trying, doesn't matter whether you try for 10 years and fail, at least you've tried.
Yeah.
But you'll find actually that journey, you'll meet people that'll help you, or somebody will say something, or you'll find out a way of doing it, and that's why even I sit today doing all the stuff we've done, and we sit there pinching ourselves going, how did we end up doing this? Because I didn't get up in the morning going, 10 years ago I'm going to go and do that. It was just a journey. And that's the same with the Red Bull guys. So all the stuff you see online, Those guys spend a lot of time and effort making these things look really cool. But trust me, there's a lot of thinking behind it. There's a lot of planning behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to get into that, and I want to talk about some of the cool stuff that you've done as well. But we're going to have a quick break now. Quick word from the sponsor, because we've got a sponsor.
Have you?
We've got a fucking sponsor.
Cool. How do you manage that one then?
He's a mate.
I'm going to say, yeah.
So we're going to go for a quick word with the sponsor. Stick around, because we've got loads of stuff that we're going to talk to Rob about. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. If you're into Pokemon, Warhammer, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dungeons and Dragons, or anything like that, get yourself down to Triple C in Siston, Leicester, where they can take care of all of your needs. They're also a CGC specialist, so if you find any comics or cards knocking around in your grand's attic, get them over there, get them graded, and you never know, you might be sat on a fortune. If you're listening to this podcast, you get 10% discount on all of the CGC products using code UnstableCGC10, and they'll give you 20% off all of the Warhammer products using discount code Unstable20. Thanks very much. Back to the pod. Welcome back to part 2 of the Unstable podcast with me, Ricky Balshaw. For you, that's been about 30 seconds. For us, we've had a good half-hour chat. We've got new business plans and everything, so we're going to take the world by storm. Thanks, Rob. Again, mate. Again. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. So I want to talk about, because I try to do this podcast and make it all about the guest and just share experiences and stuff. And you've done some pretty cool stuff. Like, you've worked with Red Bull, you've flown in like fireworks displays and laser displays and drones and stuff like that. So just tell us some exciting stuff, man. I only know the basics of what you're doing, and I want to get into it. And sorry to interrupt there. Just to open the world of what people can do by getting into this sort of world.
Well, let me give you a journey. So, so the easiest thing to explain is, look, everyone thinks, I was in the RAF. Nothing wrong with the RAF. Don't get me wrong. But it's like
unless you're colourblind.
I've got some background that I've been foon-sped with a rich person. But no, quite the opposite. I'm from a normal house in the middle of a city. I was given the opportunity as a young lad just to have like you did, have a go at flying.
Well, I was just about, when you said that, I ended up being on the dressage team, and I grew up in a council house. Yeah. So it's a similar sort of thing that it's all perception is actually blown out the window.
It is.
So sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, no, you're dead right. But I think that's a really good point, Ricky, because I've not got an aviation, what's the word, silver spoon.
Yeah.
So I've just had a go at flying. Thought, you know what, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then me being me, I thought, okay, how do I get into it? So I was very lucky. My father, when I was young, decided to build a microlight. This is many years ago.
Right.
So as a kid,
Is that like a similar sort of thing, like the kit cars?
Yeah, so you got it. Yeah. So basically, it was like, we're going to build an aeroplane. Now, as a kid, 17, 18-year-old.
That's
cool as shit. So, into the garage, help him build it.
Yeah.
We got it flying. And then my dad went, can't afford it anymore.
Right.
So, of course, I'm like, oh, shit. So, me being me, I went off and started windsurfing. Cut a long story short, I took windsurfing to when I was doing the Olympic trials.
You love shit that's powered by wind, don't you?
I never thought of that. Yeah.
Gliders, surfing, farting.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, you've been here long enough now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So,
I know it's not Mikey's. I recognise his smell. I know him well enough now.
Exactly. So, people say I talk a lot of anyway. But anyway, so sailed, pushed it to where I was competing, like yourself. Did loads of stuff. Decided to retire. So I retired. Thought, what do? Exactly the same as you. I went to the gliding club.
Yeah.
And exactly that gliding centre, and went, I'll have a go at that. Yeah. So I had a go at it. And then me being me again, I took it to where I was chief line instructor. And then for me, it how to put it, all those people you just spoke about, Red Bull, Richard Brown in Jetman, all these guys I meet, like you've probably met a lot. They've not got in their DNA. They can't.
Yeah.
And I realised after talking to some of these guys that actually it's in my DNA. There isn't a barrier saying I can't do something.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a conversation with my mum a few years back, and she's very similar to me, that we'll get asked to do something or challenged to do something, and I'll say yes. Yeah. And I'll worry about it the next day.
Exactly.
Like, I can do that. And it's like, how am I going to... And then it's not, I can't do this. It's how am I going to do it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's actually the challenge. So go back to what you just said about what we do. So over the years, we were the first team ever to put fireworks on an aeroplane in Europe.
Yeah.
We were the first team. If you go on our website, AeroSparks, you'll see that there's a whole list of world firsts, Guinness World Records, etc., etc. I did not, or Guy didn't, go out with any, plan to do all this. But what we've done is we've developed a genre, which is what we do. So we're the only team that fly with Pyrotechnics, doing aerobatics in formation.
Yeah.
So as close as I am to you.
Oh, yeah.
He's not that far away.
Oh, I've seen the videos, yeah.
While letting off fireworks, while doing air shows in the dark, etc., etc. And then we've developed that into flying with drones.
Yeah.
So not just flying sort of the drone over there, actually flying around them.
Yeah.
And that's only ever been done 5 times in the world by us.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's cool. pretty cool sitting there watching these drones next to you as you're going round.
Have you ever clipped one?
No, okay. no, I don't want to, thank you. And at the same time, there's fireworks going off around you. There's lasers.
Sorry, just because I'm a tech head, but what drones are they?
They're like little drones. So you get drones that you film with. You've seen all that DJI.
Well, sort of that sort of size.
So we work. So we work.
This size.
Yeah.
So
we work with a lot of the guys filming, like yourself, actually filming inside of our display. So that's how it all came about. Okay. So we started flying with a drone, filming our display from inside the display, if that makes sense. Yeah. So we started doing that, 5 years ago. And from that hard work, SOPs, all the sort of good practice, we worked out that actually we could safely fly with a drone swarm. Now, a drone swarm is a bit different. A drone swarm is, a load of little drones, but the drones aren't controlled by 20,000 people doing this with a controller. They're all done on a computer.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So it's all done with a computer controlling them all and pre-programming the display.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like CAD. So
it's
the same thing. So they map it all out and then they do it and they design that.
I remember getting a right bollocking on my CAD lesson once because I'd put a line in about 20 times and the machine that was carving out the bit of wood obviously sees that line and it took about an hour for this thing just doing the same line over and over
again. I thought you were going to tell me you got it to draw a cock.
Oh, of course I did that. Yeah, obviously. Exactly. It's the first thing you draw, isn't it, on a CAD machine when you got free raid, yeah?
Well, that's the first thing I did with my drone. When I first got my DJI, I got the DJI Mavic and when they brought out the Pro version, the mini one, I got the Mini Pro one and it had a tracker on it so you could track your flight.
Oh, so you flew it as a cock.
So I flew it as a cock. That's the first thing I did.
Yeah.
So. I can see this. I can see what's in this room. Go on.
Yeah. What is it with guys drawing cocks? We just try and take it to the extreme. Like I'm going to draw a cock with a drone.
The things you could draw.
Yeah. It's just straight away cock.
We're very simple thinkers, really.
Yeah, we are.
I did it on Christmas Day because I got it. I went on, got my license.
Yeah.
Did all the tests and everything, and then just went up, flew it, and then I was like, oh, you can track your.
Drew a cock.
And then you can see it. I was like, oh no way, and then just fucking did it.
Yeah. I love that. Love it.
Down to basics. So we've developed into all these genres of.
Have you ever flown in a cock shape?
I'm not going to answer that.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
Well, actually, there's a lot of guys that have been. I don't know but there's some apps that track flights.
Yeah.
Well, there are some guys that have purposely gone and flown shapes so that it records the.
Yeah. Brilliant.
That's cool.
Got to be done.
There you go. I'll give you some thinking to do if you want to do a shape.
Oh, yeah. 100%. If you'd have said, Rick, what shape do you want to draw in the sky? That's the answer you'd have got.
Yeah, but the flight wouldn't
big, veiny, triumphant bastard.
Yeah, but the flight wouldn't have been very long from what I know.
No, not if it was to scale.
So really that's what we do. We go out and we I wouldn't say we push boundaries. We push boundaries in a very safe environment, but we push boundaries. Because for me, it's about entertainment, same as you. That's
what people want to see in it. They don't want to see the safe stuff. They don't want to see the stuff that's already been done. Yeah. Especially if you're going to like Dubai and stuff like that, where money's no object and they just want a spectacle. You've got to be consistently outdoing the last performance that you did, or the last whatever you call it, flight display, so that you always want the next best thing. So you're always pushing boundaries.
But what's really interesting is if I say aeroplanes to you, first thing you'll think is air show, right?
Yeah.
We actually do more non-air shows than air shows.
Right. Okay.
So for us, we for what we do, you don't have to be an aviation geek to like what we do. So what's actually happened is we've actually, our genre, for a better word, I quite like it where people see what we do, working with all these elements, and then goes, how's that working? Is it a drone?
It's easier to impress people who are not knowledgeable on it because they just see it and they just accept it for what it is. Yeah. It's like me watching the gymnastics. I'm not going to ever be able to judge a gymnastics thing, but I can look at it and appreciate it for the beauty and the spectacle that it is. And it's the same with you in the sky. Yeah, a little bit of jealousy, not going to lie, yeah. I want to wear that leotard.
That's not a thought I want in my head, but go on.
And we're back to cops. Excuse me, but I've lost my train of thought now. So I can enjoy it for the spectacle that it is. And, I mean, dressage is a bad example, but it's similar in one aspect. If you don't know what you're looking at, but you can appreciate it.
Think of it another way. You've seen plenty of shows, I'm sure you have, where horses have been used as part of a bigger show.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's how I see it working for us. We complement a bigger show, which actually, for me, remember we spoke before about engaging a mainstream audience.
Yeah.
I love that what we do, inspires or excites a mainstream audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then in a way they go, I didn't realise it was that.
Yeah.
And that opens the door for all their preconceived ideas have gone out the window.
Yeah, like mine. We spoke about it in the first section. I had a preconceived idea of what it is, and it's not.
No, you can do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't get me wrong, you got to learn to drive like you have a car.
Yeah, but of course, do it safely.
Exactly. But I think that's the beauty. We can take our, whatever it is you want to call it, to any audience and go, so you're talking about Dubai. Mm-hmm. It is what I love about the Middle East and Dubai is they're all about entertaining their audience. So to see 400,000 people watch one of our shows and then see all the mobile phones lit up from the air.
Yeah.
I'm not, but you can't, you pinch yourself.
Yeah.
Now, I unfortunately can't record it very well, but those memories that Guy and myself have got, they're priceless. That's why we do it, not because, we're doing all these crazy things. It's the reward you get from doing something different.
For bringing that joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's lovely.
And you must get the same.
Yeah, I mean, I love doing what I'm doing now. It sounds silly, but I get paid to make people laugh. Yeah. That's a dream. That's great. And if they're a prick, I get to call them it, which is even better. There ain't many jobs where I get that. I have fucking nailed it, to be fair. But that's good. So you've got the AeroSparks as well, which I thought when I turned up.
You said
I know, right? So when I got there, I misread it and I thought it was AeroSparks. And I thought he'd had a T-shirt printed just to take the piss out of me.
That's fucking funny. You need to do that.
We do. We're done next time you come flying.
Yeah, AeroSparks. I honestly thought it was AeroSparks. I was like, fair play. I thought that was a good joke. You'd seen my set, and in my head, I thought he'd smashed it, but it's not. It's AeroSparks.
Yeah.
And there's an element of that where you get disabled people in. Is that part of AeroSparks?
Yeah, diversity. So again, go back to that audience that think they can't.
Yep.
And I'm not being rude. It's not about being rude, but you're a perfect example.
Yep.
You never thought you'd get anywhere near it and do it, right? No. So actually,
I thought when you invited me up there, you'd just fly it around and I'd be a passenger. Yeah.
No, I was trying to get out all the time because you were flying. So what is again really unique is to take people from diverse backgrounds, take people, like I said, that haven't got any money. So I've done a project called Heights of Possibility where we take kids that, I'm not being funny, have had a life that you do not want to know about.
Yeah.
But they think they can't even get near an aeroplane, let alone fly one. So you and me, we wouldn't have a problem walking up to an airliner, go on holiday. Well, you might
bad choice of words, mate.
Yeah. But, not to think about it, yeah.
You prick.
I'll get my own back for AeroSPARX. But as I said, just to even get them to stand next to one is a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
But then what we do is we take them flying. It's not about teaching them to fly. It's
about the experience.
It's about the experience. Yeah. And what is really cool is it changes their perspective of their world. So you imagine you've lived in an inner city and you've only seen a mile of your inner city where your mates have been stabbed, drugged, whatever.
Yeah.
If you lift people above the city and they see fields and they see it's a bigger thing.
Literally seeing the city from a different perspective.
Yeah. They change, and I've got plenty of examples where kids have actually gone from that and it's changed their whole look on life.
Yeah.
And that's rewarding. Now go back to disability. We do a lot of work with...
Sorry, just interject there a sec. I don't know if you know, my uncle's a boxer, Richie Woodall.
Okay.
World champion and got a bronze at the Olympics. And we started a charity years ago called Fight for Change, him and I.
Brilliant.
And we did exactly that. We got kids from sort of bad backgrounds, rough backgrounds that were sort of on the verge of going down the wrong sort of line. And we got them into either equestrian or boxing for the discipline and stuff. And it's really rewarding, as you say, sort of seeing that change.
Well, it's a fork in the road, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
what you're saying is you can either go down that road or that road. Which one do you want to go down?
Yeah, and look how good this one is.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the results were great. So I just wanted to interject there just to show what I understand what you're on about there.
I think that's great, and I think more of us should do more of that.
I agree.
And it's very rewarding on a personal level as well. And then obviously disabilities are the same thing. So Airability is a charity we've supported for years. And Airability is about letting disabled people fly.
Yeah.
Now Glideability, which is the airplane around the gliding centre, is the same thing. Yeah, just because, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some disabilities that clearly you can't go in an airplane for safety reasons, but there's a lot more.
Which ones? Go on.
I was going to ask you to list them, Ricky.
List them.
No, I'm not going to.
Quadruple amputee. I get it.
So, exactly,
Stop. Just keep going.
Well, I don't know. Let's put it another way. Let's see what the challenge is. So actually, you say that, I think I would rather people ask the question.
Yeah.
And us as instructors go, okay, you're a quad amputee. Do you know what? We can get you in an airplane. We can do this.
Yeah.
Because remember, my mentality is, how can we?
I actually know a quad amputee that rides horses.
Okay, well, exactly. Yeah. So if you can ride a horse, you can go fly.
I do. Yeah, she's great.
I'm just imagining.
Yeah. It's just a body on a horse with the reins in her mouth. She's incredible, and she's very talented.
Well, I know a lady, or know of a lady, that's got no arms and flies airplane.
Yeah.
And she flies them. So she does.
I can.
And she does it with her feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
So in America, she flies airplanes using her legs and her feet.
Yeah. Wow. I know another woman, a German woman. She's got no arms, and she rides with the reins in her toes. So she's got the dexterity in her toes that we've got in our fingers.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
She's incredible. Yeah. I've seen her, like, this is years ago. I've seen her get a cigarette packet out of her pocket, take a cigarette out, put it in her mouth, and light it with her feet. Just the dexterity she's got is incredible.
Exactly.
Hi guys, do me a favour and go across to patreon.com/Ricky's Unstable. The first 1,000 members are just £1 a month for the lifetime of your membership. You get bonus content, you get early access, and all the fun from Ricky Balshaw's Unstable. See you there. Yeah.
We can basically fly anybody that from a sort of safety flying point of view.
Even if they just are a body.
Yeah.
Just a body.
As long as I feel they're safe in the aircraft.
Have you, and I'm not trying to be funny saying this, have you yet met anyone that you've not been comfortable?
Yeah, it tends to be people that have got something that's not predictable.
Like a learning disability?
Well, no, not even that. Learning disability is not a problem, but if it's something where they, I don't know, have a seizure.
Like epilepsy or...
Yeah, that is very regular.
Okay.
That's something I wouldn't fly because I can't guarantee when we're in the aeroplane. Now, don't get me wrong, if someone's...
narcolepsy or something like that.
Yeah, but if they said we only have one every 6 months...
Yeah.
Then I'm happy to fly them in a certain type of airplane where they're next to me.
Yeah.
So that if it does happen,
but you wouldn't let them go solo.
I can control. No. But it's like yourself. You sat in front, if you remember, and I sat behind. Yeah. So there's even different airplanes that either you sit next to me or in front of me or behind me.
Yeah.
So that I can judge if I feel, I don't know, more concerned. So young kids is a good one. Yeah. I will put them next to me.
Okay.
So that if there is an issue, you can literally next to them and you can comfort them or deal with it.
Yeah.
What you can't be having is in the front of an aeroplane that I can't get to.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of don't think you can't. The best way is to ask the question.
Yeah.
And then my job is to, with obviously the gliding centre is to work with them to see, do I think it's safe? Now, if you go back to my background, if I'm used to flying around drones and this and that and the other, I've probably got a better appreciation of what I think could cause a concern or not.
Yeah, I think that's just a good way to be, though. Always ask the worst someone can say is no.
Exactly.
And like if you want to go flying, ask the question and they say no, well, you've lost nothing by trying and you're in the same position as if you didn't ask the question.
Correct.
So, but you may as well ask because there's a chance that it can happen. So.
I could put you in the back of an airplane as a passenger with your family if I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, your family's there with you, and so if you've got someone that's very nervous, anxious, or whatever, if it's that serious, I'll put you in an airplane with your mother or father or family or whatever.
Yeah.
That actually makes you feel calm.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah. Have you had many learning disabled or anything?
I've been flying some people with ADHD, serious and other learning difficulties. And again, I love. I won't mention her name, but I love her. I go flying with her. She's absolutely fantastic. And you know when people say how it is, so like you, when I go flying with you, and I'm sure you've done this with your equine stuff, I can see in your eyes you're trying to tell me to fuck off, go away, don't like you, you're a twat, don't make me do this. You can read people.
Yeah.
And obviously we all in society have to be polite and be nice and don't say things back, even though...
Well, I don't know.
No, you don't.
I'm allowed to 20 minutes a night when I'm on stage.
But I can see in some people's eyes they want to tell me to F off, right?
Yeah, to go forth and multiply. Yeah.
I love this particular girl that I fly because she says it how it is.
Fair.
So you go flying and okay, I can fly, of course I can, but obviously I'm trying to challenge them to fly it.
Yeah.
And some days she'll be in a mood where she doesn't want to. So she'll go, fuck off. Right, and I just.
Has she got Tourette's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not Tourette's. No, she's got Tourette's. She's got
autism.
Autism. Yeah, it could be. I can't remember. Asperger's. It might.
Yeah.
But basically, she says it how it is.
Yeah.
And I love it because you can see her getting frustrated.
Yeah.
And then she just says it how it is, and then she'll calm down and we'll do the flying, and she enjoys it. But what I love is she's a clean sheet of paper. She says how it is.
Great.
If she's happy, she's happy. If she's not happy, she's not happy.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. And actually, then when you spin back to people that have not got these problems, you then find that they're hiding all this anxiety. They're and I can see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, just tell me what you're thinking.
Yeah, just say it.
Just say it.
Yeah.
Which is why I love your comedy, because you just say it as it is.
Oh yeah. I did a set about 2 years ago for Next Up Comedy, and for whatever reason they put a clip out of it yesterday, and I was cringing because the joke has changed so much since. I'm like, why have you done? But the comments have just gone mad, and everyone's like, this guy's great. I've got loads of followers off it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Just say it as it is. I'm like, well, okay, cool. I mean, the joke's better now, but but no, I think just say it as is. What's the point in sugarcoating anything?
Exactly.
Because if you're not happy doing something, say it and it'll prove it. If you don't say anything, it's just going to carry on.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever the situation.
I mean, I can give you loads of stories of, imagine a group of people. You've got the alpha male CEO of the company.
Yeah.
You've got the quiet one in the corner. And what I do love about flying or taking people flying is it's generally a great leveler.
Yeah.
Because nobody can pull on any experience they've already got.
Yeah.
So when they're in the aeroplane, it's like, okay, what's in the aeroplane stays in the aeroplane, but it's nobody can pull on something. So if you've got someone that's a bit older, and there's nothing wrong with this, it's just interesting to watch. If you've got someone that's a CEO, alpha male, he's used to being in charge, knows what he's doing, and he's got staff that maybe have only just started, young girl, you can imagine. So what's really cool is, and I've done this before, where you'll get them all as a group.
Yeah.
They'll all give me all the the front of who they are.
All the bullshit.
Yeah. And then each of them has a go. Yeah. Right? And generally, the alpha male, I want to go first. I want to go first.
Yeah.
I want to go. Let me have a go.
Yeah.
Right. So he gets
goes in with all the confidence.
Yeah, goes in with all the confidence. So you get in an aeroplane, do exactly what we did with you. You'll take off, you'll climb out. And I can tell just by talking to them that he's a lot more nervous now than he was on the ground.
Yeah. Giving it the big in front of his colleagues. Yeah.
And then you go, right, we're going to do a loop. No, not sure about that.
Yeah.
Well, sure, you do one do, and you don't. Look, I don't always do loops. It's just that if they want to,
you did 6 of the bastards.
Yeah, well, you're a bit different, but it's about doing what they want to do. So generally, if this guy really doesn't want to do it, this person doesn't want to do it, then I won't do a loop.
Yeah.
So I'll come back on the ground and we'll land, and they've turned into a bit of a mouse while we're going around.
Yeah.
As soon as we land and we open the cockpit, they turn back into, that was cool, that was great, yeah, you're really going to enjoy this, and everyone jumps in as it goes. Anyway, what tends to happen is as we get to the end, it's always the quiet ones or the sort of not so brash that always get left to the end because everyone else gets in front of them.
Yeah.
So the one at the end, and I had this particular one where this little girl got in. She was quiet as a mouse. I'm sitting there as an instructor going, I hope she's all right. She's going to be. Got in the airplane, took off again, started talking to her. And of course, she's not around her peers. Yeah. She started opening up.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is fantastic. And obviously, some of the other guys I'd done something interesting with. So they went, can we do a loop? So yeah, of course you can if you want. Now, what she didn't know is I made sure we did it in front of her audience.
Yeah, nice.
So she, like you did, she did it. So I went, yeah, go on, do it.
Yeah.
Right? So she did it, and she goes, oh, this is great, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I said, well, do you want to do some more? So obviously I took over, did a bit more exciting stuff. Anyway, she absolutely loved it. And I saw this personality just grow.
Yeah, amazing.
10, 15 minutes in the aeroplane.
That.
We landed, opened the cockpit up, right? She went straight back to this calm, meek person. And of course, they all walk up, don't they, going, oh, this is great. How'd you get on? I bet you got scared, didn't you? All this sort of, sort of trying to belittle her, basically. Now, I will never make anybody feel awkward or sort of do anything that I feel is bad, because that's my responsibility.
Yeah.
But what I can do is I can just say things like, oh, yeah, did you see the loop back there? And I saw this guy ask me, he goes, what loop? Did you see the loop up there we just did? Was that you? Yeah, no, it wasn't me, it was her.
Yeah.
What? Now, remember, I knew that he was scared shitless and he bottled it.
Yeah.
So when I watched them walk off, she had her head held high.
Yeah.
He was a bit...
He's looking at his shoes.
Looking at his shoes. And they walked off. And that's what I love. One of the things that we all do...
Ironically, it's quite grounding.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's also,
See what I did there? Hey. I'm a fucking comedian.
There you are. And it didn't have cock in it either, so I'm even more impressed. So I think you
It can.
Yeah. So that's what's great about it. I think it's a great level. Everyone can experience it. So I said, you're dead right, Ricky. Just say yes, have a go.
Yeah.
That's
and
brilliant,
enjoy it.
though, isn't it? Because it makes everybody human again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But everyone's equal.
Totally agree.
It just equals you out, doesn't it? Yeah.
Doesn't matter what your background is. Doesn't matter what you are. You're just experiencing something that not a lot of people know.
Yeah.
And it just levels it. So again, I've had it. I didn't do it with you, but I've had it before where I've sat there going, "Well, you're in control. Carry on." I do joke and say, if I don't scream, don't worry.
Yeah.
And then I might say, well, I'm sitting in the back. So why are we landing on the road? And I'll go, oh shit, what do I do? Well, I don't know. You're flying it, not me.
Yeah.
Now, clearly, I'm not going to let them get to a point that we can't get it out.
But that's a good way to learn, innit? Let them make the mistakes. Yeah.
And that's the whole sort of philosophy of all these things. Unless you put yourself out there to try something or make a mistake, you're not going to go forward. So I'm sure with your comedy, you've made plenty of mistakes where you've said things that...
Mate, the amount of jokes I've tried to tell that are in my head are amazing, and then I say it on stage to silence. And then other lines that you think, oh, that's just going to be a filler, and it ends up being a closing joke. Yeah, you just never know where it's going to go. And I remember Doug was there for my first stage death, so I'd been going about 3 months, and I'd started strong. I was killing it, and I was like, I am the fucking King Kong's bollocks of this. I'm the next fucking Gervais. Do you know what I mean? I'm giving it the big one. And I was opening this gig in Hereford. I think it was my first or second 20-minute gig. Mate, did I die. 20 minutes of fucking nothing. And what made it worse is that I had about 7 mates in the audience as well, and even them fuckers weren't laughing. It was like, oh no.
What I want to ask you is, what has been your greatest achievement in the air?
Oh, that's a good question. So my greatest achievement in the air...
Well, he's not dead yet.
I was going to say, that is actually a good answer. Is really, really interesting, because I get asked that question quite a lot. But I'll be honest with you, there isn't one. There is a multiple...
I'm just a fucking legend.
No.
Everything
we do has a different element to it.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, we flew around cruise ships for the first time ever. So we didn't realise till we did it that fireworks aren't allowed on cruise ships. So we flew around 2 cruise ships out at sea with 6,000 people, and that was the first ever show to cruise ships. Wow. So that one's a tick in the box. Yeah. And we didn't know. Same with the drone swarms. That was a first. Same with doing a show in front of like the Formula One. So there's lots of sort of memories in my head of different shows that I would say are the best I've ever done, but they've all got a different element to it. It's a bit like you with your crowd. You can have one crowd that's different to another crowd. Yeah. You do the same thing, but you've got a different memory from each one.
Yeah, totally.
Or you stand in front. So I wouldn't say at the moment there's one defining the best thing I've ever done. All I would say is it's about pushing not pushing boundaries, pushing, how to put it? It's pushing this thing as far as we can, so that when I do retire, I can just say I've taken it as far as I could. And even then, I don't think we'll stop. I think there'll still be stuff after it. So there's some projects this year that I can't tell you officially what we're doing, but
we'll tell you on the Patreon.
Yeah,
but
behind the paywall.
But there's stuff that I know will again be a change of genre, or be a first, or be a different something different.
Cool.
Because I'm either I just get bored easy, I don't know, or Guy and me get bored easy, or it's about how do we move it forward.
Yeah. Well, if you want a cameraman, just saying.
Yeah, no problem.
Right. I think we are going to have to cut it then. I could talk to you all day. You happy to stick around and do a bit more for the Patreon? Yeah, fantastic. Look into that camera there, mate, and tell them where they can find you and AeroSPARX and everything on the where they can find you. Right.
So, Rob Barsby, I'm team lead for the aircraft, and we're AeroSparks. And you'll find it online. So go and have a look, www.aerosparks.com, and you'll see all the fun stuff we get up to.
Yeah, where we'll put all your socials in the description and stuff. Guys, thanks ever so much for sticking around. We're going to go over to Patreon now. If you're already a member, go across there and enjoy the next little bit. If you're not, go across there anyway and sign up. It's still just £1 a month. It's unstable.com/Ricky's Unstable. Thanks very much. Tell your mum, tell your nan, tell your sister, share this, like it, comment, do all that, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
It's patreon.com.
What did I say?
It's all right. You said unstable.com. Oh, it's fine.
It's patreon.com / fucked it.
It's
Patreon.
fine. Just say goodbye. I'll put it on the screen.